It blows my mind that the Fair Use Act has only been in place since 2007. It's bloody ridiculous. After seeing Doug Walker's video on #Where's the Fair Use, I've decided to, hop on the bandwagon and support this. This is really important, guys. So, this is a pretty serious video with, it is a very serious subject. So anyway, let's get going. You know, it's only been in place for not even 10 years yet, the Fair Use Act, that is, and copyright law itself has actually been around since the 1700s. It's not a new thing at all. Now, obviously, copyright law is a minefield of confusion and is constantly changing on a daily basis. Copyright law is there to protect original works of authorship fixed in any tangible medium of expression, now known or later developed, from which they can be perceived, reproduced, or otherwise communicated either directly or with the aid of a machine or device. In other words, any time a movie, show, piece of art, or writing is published or sold without prior permission, knowledge, or consent of the original creator or owner of said content, it is in breach of copyright, as any money made does not go to the original owner of the product. Makes sense, right? Well, yes and no. When you create content of any kind, people will want to express how they feel about it. And the best way to do that nowadays is express it through visual medium, might it be a review, fan film, or fan art. This is free speech and everyone is entitled to it. Hell, some people like myself make a living by making this content. The idea behind this is that if copyright laws are too restrictive, it may stifle free speech or result in disproportionate penalties for inconsequential or accidental inclusion. When the Fair Use Act was introduced, it meant that content could be used without permission by content creators, like myself, who review said content. In its most general use, a fair use is any copying of copyrighted material done for a limited and transformative purpose, such as to comment upon, criticize, or parody a copyrighted work. Such uses can be done without permission from the copyright owner. Fan art, fan fiction, fan films, and reviews come under this category. As a content creator and self-employed freelance artist, a lot of my income is generated based on creating content that comes under this Fair Use Act. I have had several arguments with people that dispute this, but honestly, I don't care. I have the evidence right here. It comes under the Fair Use Act. Many people have been lucky enough to find jobs working with the original creators of the content they created fan work for. However, I have had a number of videos I have had to take down due to strikes of using copyrighted content, even though, as I've said, all of my content I create does adhere to the terms of the Fair Use Act. These videos include my review for Studio Ghibli's Howl's Moving Castle, my top 10 male animated characters video, and a number of others, which I really don't want to mention, it's just too painful. Some of these videos take months to make. One of them took over 2 years, and is now gone. Thank you very much. I have a few videos that have been up for over 2 years suddenly have their monetization disabled because they apparently breach copyright. Yeah, okay. This includes the majority of the My Little Pony videos I have made that feature some footage from the show. They have been up for a while and suddenly, boom, they're targeted out of the blue, without any warning or explanation as to why these specific videos are being targeted. It makes creating content risky and terrifying. You see channels like I Hate Everything get taken down mainly because the original owner of the content he was reviewing simply could not process or handle negative comments whatsoever unless the comments came from people he knew and respected. You can find out more about the situation I am commenting on by going to the I Hate Everything channel. It's bloody ridiculous. We see people like Dr. Wolf, for instance, get taken down from YouTube for no good reason other than being a victim of random targeting by YouTube. Dr. Wolf! He wouldn't even hurt a fly! Contrary to the name. We see mysterious Mr. Enter get ransacked by various companies constantly, and all 3 of these guys Dr. Wolf, I Hate Everything, and Mysterious Mr. Enter produce content that comes under the Fair Use Act. No one is claiming ownership of the content they create. All three use the content for a limited and transformative purpose. They comment, criticize, or parody the copyrighted work. And yet, they and others similar to them become victims of a system on YouTube that is essentially being run by an automated system that no human being has control over. This is bloody terrifying. The way YouTube works is so robotic and lifeless that even reporting cyberbullying and harassment has no effect. Videos are made that target, bully, and harass people, and these videos and channels are not removed or targeted by YouTube's system. They are excused and permitted to carry on humiliating and bullying people. I guess this is a subject for another video, but it's so frustrating that it not only takes so long, but it is also impossible to actually communicate with a real human being with a heart through YouTube's complaint and report system, whether dealing with a strike on a video due to an apparent copyright infringement which cannot be proven, or reporting a user for harassment. People like myself rely on YouTube for making a living. I don't want to live in fear and worry that I'll wake up one morning and find all of my content has been taken down or my channel has been removed without warning. Yes, this happens, and it terrifies me. Fair use protects our rights to freedom of speech. Stop treating us like criminals, YouTube. I'm Mad Munchkin. #, where's the fair use? Stay creative.